is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, another Vlogmas Nontent video. Today we're going to be responding to the video Christmas Apartment Tour Full Stop. A video that has not been well received, of course not, they never are these days. Ignoring my comment, the top 5. No one, literally no one here wants to hear you drink soda, especially because we know why you're doing it. Lol, she probably thought that purse is for a high schooler. You've been working on it for a decade. The bingo lady thought you were a team because of that purse, not your looks, and...
Girl, you need to put a trigger warning for the ASMR. That was the nastiest sound I've ever heard.
Well, we have something to look forward to now, don't we? I have a feeling at some point during this video we're going to have to address each of those comments. I kind of want to do it now, but it would turn into a 5-minute TED Talk before we even start. I don't have rewatchability on my side here, so let's dive right in.
Hey guys, welcome to another day of Vlogmas. So I'm gonna be flat out honest. I am having a very hard day today. Before I get into that, my face is reflecting red because this is right next to my face. Anyways, my mental health is not the greatest due to like situational things.
At this point, Amber, I don't think anyone cares because you don't talk about the problems to perhaps help yourself. No, you just allude to it and tease it so all your audience vaguely think you're human for a second. I thought you were a human garbage disposal unit. And let's be real here, the bag may be helping in making your face look red, but it could also be because the blood vessels in your face are really starting to struggle.
I know sometimes for me, like it's situational and then sometimes it's chemical, and I am definitely able to tell the difference, thankfully.
Because you're a doctor of WebMDonomics? No offense intended, because I know there are people who can tell the difference, but because of your insecurities, your paranoias, your delusions, and the fact you believe you've been blessed by Nurgle with every ailment under the sun, because it's a pissing contest with you. Do not trust yourself, because your body is betraying you as you get older.
Not only that, I'm just having a lot of like issues with like being upset with my weight gain and things like that.
At this point, you've not mentioned weight gain once, Amber. Throughout Vlogmas, you've not talked about it, and you're upset? Bish, you were eating at least 5,000 calories. Some channels managed to work that out, and I saw it as a recommended video. If I find it, I'll link it down below. You are the instrument of your own destruction. Don't be upset by your decisions, because you're with a feeder, were with a feeder, who knows if you're still together with a feeder. You say that Tommy accepted you for who you are and would help you on your journey. You got bigger. Hell, on the thumbnail to this, you look at least 10 years older and 20 pounds heavier in the head alone.
But I've definitely been working on it. I know a lot of people probably don't see that, but I have lost a few pounds, so I am happy about that.
Maybe you should post some weigh-ins, Amber. You see, us simply believing you isn't enough. Or you saying we should believe you, we should trust you. Trust me, guys, it's the truth. No. I want to see you get a pair of scales that Nicole uses and stand on them in the middle of a room. We want to hear it announced, with a second camera over your shoulder on the actual display itself. I guess the problem with that is you can't be bothered to do anything like that, because that requires honesty and effort, and while I'm often considered quite a low energy person because I'm lazy, you're worse.
I don't want that to be like a main focus on my channel right now. I don't know if it ever will be. I very much just want to be a vlogging channel, someone who vlogs their life but happens to also talk about their weight loss.
The problem you got here, Amber, is you had goals for your weight at the start of the year. You had goals for your content. Yet, you have gotten lazier, phoned more in, put more weight on, your views have dropped off massively, your channel is on its, well, last legs to be quite frank. You know I'm right as well. You have to make a change. The best one you could do would be going on a weight loss journey where you actually do stuff, no matter the struggle, no matter how hard. And that's the point of a good vlog as well, by the way, showing us the ups and the downs. But you don't show us anything. You'll cite all these excuses because you don't have anything. You have no commitment. You are edging closer to your mid-30s. You will be lucky to see mid-40s, especially at the weight you're currently at. And let's be honest here, from one creator to another, I can't imagine your channel will survive another 10 years if this is what you're still doing in 10 years' time.
If it wasn't for Vlogmas, I would be probably curled up in a ball right now. And also if it wasn't for my mom being like, Amberlynn, let's go to bingo, I definitely would not be standing here right now with makeup on, earrings on, and an outfit.
Does anyone believe for a moment she's not doing that normally anyway? because you barely vlog anyway. Your videos are, well, only 2 of them have actually hit the 8-minute mark to get mid-roll ads. So you're filming such a small portion of the day that really you're not doing anything. So I could believe you're curled up in a ball crying somewhere. Just so you know though, you may consider crying to be a form of shedding water weight. Your legs are holding on to the rest of it and are unlikely to give it up anytime soon.
And by the way, this dress probably looks super familiar from like just a few Vlogmases ago. The only difference is like the arms. It's very similar in what I recently wore, but it's not the same thing. I'm hoping as the day goes on, I could start feeling a little bit better, but right now I'm just like, not doing the greatest. So kind of just wanted to give a little warning that if I do seem a little down in the dumps, it's because I am. I'm literally paying rent in the dumps right now.
Or not to be the person to put a dampener on your rather damp mood. But can you imagine, if you will, what it would be like to be a beloved member of your family and to be missing? I just wanted to bring that back up because you make everything about yourself and how it impacts you and how everything is bad for you, but you are the instrument of your own self-destruction. I assume in this instance, though, pets of yours, beloved fur babies of yours that go missing are just collateral in that context, because the only thing that really matters is you. You may seem down in the dumps, but let's face it, at this point, you're 5 days ahead of schedule on your uploads. Your uploads are barely uploads at all. You're phoning it in. And what are you doing for content, really? Complaining. That's the extent of your content right now. Nothing festive in the slightest.
All right, you guys, I'm about to take all of these ingredients, use bits and pieces of each one and create something. I don't know, just throw something together. So we have some chicken sausage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, minced garlic, some onion. I'm also craving spicy, so I'm gonna add some tapatio to it. All right, so here is my food. It smells delicious. I also added some cottage cheese and mustard to the side.
There are a few comments that I need to add. Not about the food, although cottage cheese is very much for her kids' food thing, sensory based, or the quality of the food itself, because I'm not cooking what she cooks because it's not no. I want to highlight the fact that this video is 8 minutes long, and you could have actually made it a lot longer had you included you cooking the food. I don't know why you're so dead set on turning your channel into a Dear Diary moment situation type deal, that you are unwilling to actually film yourself doing any. That reluctance to do anything, which would actually drive up the minutes watched, which would engage your audience a bit more for rewatchability, in turn add more ads, earn you more money, would surely mean you would then do better as a creator so you can continue to make poor decisions.
You wanna hear something really sad? My freaking oil expired July 18th, 2024, and I had no idea because I haven't used it in that long. But thankfully, I have weird anxieties, so I always look at expiration dates before I use anything. So I wasn't able to use oil, but I managed.
At this point, much like you bragging about making a 3-minute video, everyone knows about your anxieties. Paranoia is the correct term. In the context of the olive oil, it can last longer. Once it's opened, of course, it does start to degrade. Any food does. If you're smart enough, you'll notice the signs of degradation. Smell, acidic flavour in olive oil is a dead giveaway. Smell too, of course. You'd know that if you checked, but you don't really think about these things, do you, Amber? You're too busy being quirky and unique and super morbidly obese.
Okay, guys, so I figured something that would put me in maybe a cheery mood is getting out my Christmas stuff that I got from my storage yesterday, if you remember in that Vlogmas. So I used to have a ton of Christmas stuff, but I got rid of probably 90% of it, unfortunately. I do have a Christmas tree and I do have Christmas ornaments. I kept that in storage because I don't know if I have room in my apartment, and even so, I've never put up a Christmas tree by myself before.
To be honest, Amber, you should do it. Not only is it content, but also it'd be quite funny. I remember the very first time I put a Christmas tree up, myself and a housemate did it. It was an all-white fake tree. We drank snowballs. I'd never had them before. We had a lot. We were hammered. The tree was completely upside down by the time we finished. It was great. Even if you did something like that, I promise you your audience would love that because it's funny, right? Learn by doing, be practical, put the energy in. You say you don't have the space for it. You do, you just don't have the space to get around it because of yourself, according to you anyway. Because once that tree's up, you'll magically want to inhabit the space it's in. Because where else is Amber going to stand for ultimate negative space engagement of putting herself against everything that's white? Which in turn makes you look remarkably pallid and slightly jaundiced. Now you may notice on the screen the video is muted. Amber spends 2 minutes of her 8-minute video showing us even, the ornaments, yes, ornaments, made of glass some are, although the sound is ceramic, but okay. The ornaments that she has pulled out of storage that she kept, the ones she didn't throw out, she has to mention that while showing us ones that she did keep, and how cute some of those are, which I guess is a thing for some people. My view on it is, if you're going to get in the festive spirit, you go balls deep. I've done it with my bar. I probably should upload a photo of that at some point. A few years ago, I 3D printed a bunch of decorations for trees, and I don't regret that in the slightest, because it was a lot of fun to do, to print all these fun little things, to go over the top with the decorations, because there's nothing wrong with going over the top on the decorations. In the case of Amber, though, it's a case of, I need to look like minimalist Lynn Reid, as opposed to all the other Lynn Reids that exist. Anyway, here's the end result of that.
Okay, so I got the pillows down. I put one here and then 2 here. I think it looks so cute. The green and red definitely goes with my cherry pillows and my little like plant pillows.
I hope Amber realizes that because of the arrangement, how she's done that, we can all tell exactly how she sits on that rather large couch and how few people she ever has over. Which I won't deny tickled me to no end upon noticing it. You can have as many cushions as you want on your couch, but if you're clearly only ever catering for one person, you may as well just buy one of those massive single ones instead for you. You say you have little space. Well, get rid of the extra 2 cushions on that sofa you have, and reduce it down and have less cushions. Cushion hoarder.
And then over here, on my coffee table, I just have the velvet reindeer and the white tree. I actually really love how this looks. And you guys, I'm telling you, I literally never turn on my TV, so I don't mind having it blocked. The only time it's on is when I play video games. So I put the Santa there and the ho ho ho. And then in my kitchen, I put the sleigh and the red tree here. And then on the other side of my island, I put these here. I don't know. Sorry it looks cluttered. It's just that was what my Christmas stuff was in. And then this is my wrapping paper. So imagine it without that.
The only thing tragic about all of that, to me, is that you have a bag solely exclusively dedicated to wrapping paper. Somebody's really not willing to let go of their past as a hoarder. That's like something you've always had, and I find it really strange. Certainly from a Brit's perspective, where we can just go to Poundland and buy 3 rolls. And if we need more, we just go back and buy more. And if you have too much, what do? Easy. You burn it. We don't generally make it a point to keep hold of this stuff. Beyond that, you've tried to go minimalist, but in reality all you've done is show that you have plenty of space. You just don't want to commit to doing something fun, like decorating a tree while heavily drunk on snowballs. And again, a point to make. You've yet again showed us what you've done as a result, but not shown us you putting them or deciding where to put them, therefore it's not a vlog. You're giving us a tour of your apartment, therefore keeping with the title at least. But let's face it, at this point, you really are just embracing this recap Dear Diary channel trash. Now, Amber continues to show us how cute things are, the way it's laid out in her minimalist, tiny apartment, right? Okay, well, we're going to skip ahead to the one thing she actually did do and record doing. And that's bingo, because I actually don't mind this.
25, B15, I-24, I-21, and 35.
My mom's won 3 times, and one of the times she won $500. Congrats, Mom. Oh my gosh, it is so windy out here. Looks like we're having good luck because I also won. Yay! I'm currently waiting for my mom. She's still in the building. But my mom literally won like $600 tonight. Like, pop off, queen.
Well, I guess now you don't need to put as much effort into your content for the month, do you, Amber? And if you need to, you can always mooch off your mother for some of that sweet, sweet coin she won. Congratulations. I also now see where the thumbnail came from, and we might now be able to go back to the comments with regards to looks, appearance, and your bag in a moment.
Okay guys, so I've been home for a little bit, but I have to share this story. At the bingo place, this lady was like, I really like your purse, which I was wearing my lip purse, this one. And I get compliments on it, and when I do, I'm always like, oh, thank you, I got it on Amazon. And usually, you know, the conversation ends there, but she was like, so what's your favorite color? And I was like, pink, and she goes, oh, me too, mine's pink and purple. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then she literally goes, are you still in high school? You're in high school, right?
On the screen now is the thumbnail. The reason I want to point this out is because at no point do you look like you're still in high school in your video or on your thumbnail. If anyone does in high school look like you, I promise they need immediate medical help. You do act like a child still. Your insecurities, all your claims of illnesses, because you're incredibly narcissistic and neurotic. You're paranoid. A bunch of conditions you'll never have treated or properly diagnosed because we must trust you guys. Sorry, trust me guys. I'm always in the right, such as WebMD. That's you, by the way. That's what you've always done. Additionally, the trust me guys thing with your little anecdote, no, because no one believes you look that young. If anyone does think that, they themselves are either incredibly old or their eyes have well and truly left the building. Oh dear Amber, all the comments that are shading you were mostly focused on the end of your video. I wonder how many people upon realising this bothered to watch the majority of your video of nothing, to then skip right to the part where you irritate everyone. If you want to do an ASMR channel, by the way, LR, you should just do one. You really should. You eat enough. And let's face it here, considering what you do for the majority of your day, apparently curl up in a ball and cry on your couch, which makes sense considering the arrangement of your cushions, it would be very easy for you to do.
Alright you guys, it is pretty late at night. If you guys remember, I did order some Torrid and that came in today. So we have like a little Torrid haul coming up. Some of Mom's Christmas gifts have also came in the mail. I'll be showing you guys some of those and I'm actually going to try to wrap them. I'm a horrible rapper, but you know, I was going to do these things tonight, but literally it's just so late. Time got ahead of me, so I am going to edit this and then schedule it for you guys. I hope that you guys did enjoy this Vlogmas. I really do appreciate you guys spending it with me. It means the world. I am quite saddened that I did not do Vlogmas last year because I've done Vlogmas every single year I've been on YouTube, which has been 11 years now. And I should have just done it last year. Too bad that I didn't, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason.
I don't know why you're sad you didn't do Vlogmas last year. You phoned in everything you did last year and this year. This year, though, your phoning it in has cost you about 50% of your viewership, and it's only going to get worse. That's the end of your video, by the way, that was so poorly put together. And in that video, the only time you show yourself doing anything briefly was bingo. Although you did claim to win. We don't know for certain if you did or not. We don't get to see things like that. We just get to see you bait your audience out because you know that rage bait is the only thing you can do to get your audience to engage with you. Like Chantel, the economy that exists because of you does better than you ever do. And it will always exist that way for as long as you are the way you are. I can't wait for you to come up with your BS New Year's resolutions. I can't wait to see the remaining Vlogmas videos where you do nothing. Although, at time of recording, on the 19th, I can believe you've already finished Vlogmas. Because you are a few days ahead of yourself. I've already proved that this month, so I could believe you are ahead of yourself and are now preparing to take more time off so you can do nothing. Any creator that knows how good Vlogmas is, or December is, would take every advantage they could to make the most they can out of the month. Hi, that's what I'm doing. But at least I've never hidden that fact.
Very moist, miss. Ew.
Meggy moist, miss.